Hello, students. How are you all? Hope all of you are going well and doing well. Okay, first of all, I request all of you to subscribe our Masters Eduera channel so that whatever the videos, whatever the concepts I am giving for you, those will directly comes to your mobile or to your PC, and share our channel to your friends and comment. Give your valuable comments so that we can go through the best to give the best to the students. Okay, so first of all, today we are going to discuss about the characteristics of light. Actually, every object will have its own character. Every human being, every living thing, every non-living thing, everyone has its own character. For example, if you take the trees have their own character, like trees have stems, tree have branches, tree have leaves, tree can give the fruits, tree can give the flowers, and the roots will take the water from the bottom of the earth, and the color of the fruits, the color of the flowers. And if you take a human being, for example, if you take a person will also have its own character. So he may be kindful, he may be smartful, he may be angry, so he can have the good character, good qualities, he may have the bad qualities. So like this, every person, every human being, every living thing, every non-living, everything, everybody have its own character. In the same way, light is also having its own characters. Okay, first of all, before going to discuss about the characteristics of light, first we will see what is light. So what is the meaning of light? What do the light can give for us? So before going to that, first we will see some of the concepts like heat, sound and light. Heat, sound and light. So what are these three? What is heat, what is sound and what is light? Is there any common in these three? So yes, there is a common thing in these three. What is that common thing? That is, these three are the energies. So sound is a form of energy, heat is a form of energy, light is a form of energy. So what the energy can do? What the energy can do? So energy will provide us something. Energy can provide us something. For example, if you take the heat energy can provide us the hotness and coldness. If the heat energy is more, we can say that the water is hot. If the heat energy is less, then we can say that the water is cool. In the same way, if you take the sound, if the energy is more, we can say, oh, the sound is so loud. If the sound energy is less, we can say, so very little bit of sound is coming, it has to be increased. In the same way, light is also a form of energy. What do the light do? What the light gives us? How the light helpful to us? So this is very important. So we have to discuss. Why? Because okay, as I said to you that light is a form of energy. So we know that energy is neither be created nor be destroyed. Law of conservation of energy, it always transfers from one form to another form. So what do the light do? So it transfers, the energy will be transferred from one form to another form. So if you take the sun, so sun gives out the light. So when that light falls on the solar panels, so that solar panels will convert the light energy into electrical energy. So means what the light is doing, it is giving some electrical energy. And when that electrical energy is utilized in your home for the fans, for the lights, so some mechanical energy is produced. Fan is a machine. So it rotates some mechanical energy. How the mechanical energy is produced? Because of light energy. Means because of light energy, we are getting electrical energy. Because of light energy, we are getting mechanical energy. Because of light energy, when the fan rotates, it gives us wind. Means wind energy is produced. So like that, light has a very importance in our life. So as I said to you that today what we are going to discuss, so our concept is characteristics of light. So actually there are four characteristics of light. We will discuss about those now. How many? There are four characteristics of light. We will see one by one. So what are those four characteristics? Number one, rectilinear propagation. Rectilinear propagation. So this is one of the main characteristics of light. And second character is ray. Ray. So I will discuss, I'll explain one by one. Second character is ray. Third one is convergent beam of light. Convergent beam of light. And the fourth one, the last one is divergent beam of light. Convergent beam of light and divergent beam of light. So these are the four different characteristics we have about the light. So one by one, we will go for the explanation now. First one is rectilinear propagation of light. Rectilinear. What is the meaning of rectilinear? Rectilinear means when the light travels in a straight path without having any bending. That character is called as rectilinear character. So light travels in a straight line. Of course, because of some obstacles, it may bend at sometimes. So in future classes, we will discuss about that. We call it as refraction of light. So in future classes, we will discuss about it. So the own characteristic of light is it travels in a straight line. That property is called as rectilinear propagation of light. Means, for example, this is a source of light. This is a source of light. So from this source of light, that light travels in a straight line. In a straight line. It never bends. It never bends until and unless an obstacle comes in its path. Until and unless an obstacle comes in its path, it never bends. It always travels in a straight line. That is the first very important characteristic of light. And the second character. What is the second character of light? A ray. A ray. Ray, what is the meaning of ray? In your mathematics basics, in geometry, the basics will have a ray. A ray means a point which has a starting but it has no ending. So the line starts from a single point but we don't know where it ends. Simply we can say it as an endless line is called a ray. An endless line is called a ray. In the same way, here also, for example, I will show you so that you first one rectilinear completed. So the light, when it travels in a straight line, we call it as rectilinear propagation of light. So second thing I will explain for you clearly. See, for example, this is the sun and this is the earth, for example. Here, what is happening? The light rays are traveling in a straight line like this. Into the space. This whole one is the space, and we know that earth is an opaque object. Earth is an opaque object. Opaque object means the object which does not allow the light to pass through it and which reflects the light when light falls on it. When light energy falls on it, it reflects the light. It doesn't allow the light to pass through it. Such an object is called as opaque object. Here, earth is an opaque object. So, here what happens, whatever the light rays that falls on the earth, of course they reflects back. They reflects back. But see, in the whole space, whatever the light rays that are moving above and below the earth, so can anybody say where they ends? Can any scientist say where they ends? No. We can't say where that light ray ends. So this type of property is called as a ray. Means here light is starting from a point. These are the points where the light have been started. And these light rays are continuously moving into the space until and unless their energy will become zero. Their energy can become zero. I'm not saying that they won't end. They will end at a certain point. They will end, but we can't able to identify where it ends. We don't know where it ends. Why? Because all the light rays which are emitting from the sun, they won't have same type of energy. Different light rays will have different types of energies. So based upon the energy level, based upon the intensity, we call that energy level as intensity. Based upon the intensity of light, some of the light rays will travel to some million kilometers or thousands of kilometers. Some light rays may travel for billions of kilometers. So nobody can say which light ray will end at which point. So that endless traveling of light is called a ray. This is the second one. An endless propagation of light is called, propagation means traveling. An endless propagation of light is called a ray. And third one is convergent beam of light. Beam, what is the meaning of beam? Beam means a bunch, a group. Means a group of light rays, a bunch of light rays. When all that light rays will meet at a point, when all the light rays coming from a source will meet at a point, then such a property is called as convergent beam of light. So I will give a best example for you. So with a simple example I will explain for you. See. So for example, this is the sun. So from the sun the rays are coming like this. So these are all the light rays which are coming from the sun. And here what I done is, I took a magnifying glass. Okay, so what happened here? All the light rays are coming from sun. They all comes and touches one of the surface of the lens. So this first light ray touches here, second light ray touches here, third light ray touches here, like this. Different light rays touches on one of the surface of the magnifying glass. And as I said you that earth is an opaque object. Opaque object, what it will do? It won't allow the light to pass through it. It reflects the light. But here this magnifying lens. So this is not an opaque object. This is a transparent object. Transparent means which allows the light to pass through it. See, for example, these are the specs I have been taken. I kept to my eyes. So these are the lens. These are the lens. Here, when I keep the lens in front of my eyes, I can able to see the objects which are in front of me. How can I can able to see? So what happens? Light falls on that object, and that object is an opaque object. It reflects back onto one of the surface of my eye lens, spectacle lens, and this lens is a transparent object. What it will do? That light transfers to the another side, and that light falls on my eye, it falls an image on the retina and I can able to see. So this much of process is happening within a short span of time. It is a short span of time. See, I closed my eyes. I cannot able to see anything. Here, light is coming from a source. It is getting incident on a object and it is reflecting back. It is falling one side of the lens and it is transferring to the another side and it is transferring to my eye lens and it is going to the retina and it is forming. See how much process, this process just in a span of time, second span of time. When I open my eyes, I can see the object. So these are all happening within a speck of time. With a speck of time. So here also, what happens? The sunlight, when the rays are falling one side of the lens, magnifying lens. So after getting refraction, after traveling to the another side, so all these rays will meet at a point like this. All these rays will meet at a point. That process of meeting the light rays after getting refraction, after going to the another surface, this process is called as convergent beam of light. Convergent beam of light. And the fourth one, last one is divergent beam of light. Diverge. Diverge means the opposite to converge. Converge means coming from a source will meets at a point. Coming from a source, from different points of the source, so they meet at a point. That is called as convergent. Divergent means from a source, so it moves into the different directions. It moves into the different directions. The best example is our sun or our light. Whatever the light we have in our home. See, when you on the switch, what happens? Total the area of the room will be filled by the light. How? So that light rays are emerging through the light bulb and they are traveling towards east, they are traveling towards west, they are traveling towards north, they are traveling towards south. So in all the directions, these light rays have been emerged. They have been diverted. This diverting of the light rays from a single point source is called as divergent beam of light. So these are the very four important characters of the light which we have to remind. So these are the basic concepts. First of all, if you know the basic concepts, then you can learn the depth of the light, depth of the heat, depth of the sound, whatever it may be, whatever the topic it may be, depth of the electricity, whatever it may be. So you must know the basic concepts perfectly. Okay, I hope this class is helpful for you and these four concepts I hope you all get very well understand. And if you have any doubts, you can send in the comment section. And once again, I request you all share, like and subscribe the channel so that the best videos on all the concepts will be sent for you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.